All the rules are off on Fridays,
That's
we like
right.
to say. But of course, we always on Fridays take a look into the world of arts and culture here in Barnstable and beyond, a very rich world of arts and culture. And the students of Sturgis Charter Public High School are back. I know we had them on the show before, and they've got a new play. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to learn on this week's arts segment.
They did, Sarah. I'm really excited about this. First of all, the students, it's from a group called Stage, which is an after-school program. There's 24 students that will be coming over to the Hyannis Harbor Arts Center at the Geyer Barn next week, the 15th through the 17th, to do stage production, 2 one-act plays. And so in this video, you will meet some students, you will meet their teacher, we'll hear about the program, about the plays. It's just, I don't want to give too much away, because we talk a little bit about how they came up with the idea for these plays, and just what they get from this program and from acting and what they do. So I'm really thrilled that we had this collaboration with them, and I look forward to many more productions as well.
Fantastic. Well, let's check it out now on today's Arts and Culture segment.
I am now joined by Rachel Olagnon and Hannah McLaughlin. Did I say that correctly? Great. So Hannah, tell me first, you're a student also at Sturgis East. Are you a junior from what I understand?
Yes, I'm a junior.
And is this your first experience in the stage program?
This is my second time acting, but my third time just being a part of the production of Stage.
Okay. And what roles will you play in the plays that are coming up?
I'll be playing Lillian, who is this hysterical laughing lady that has a non-stop laugh, and ensemble in Degas Saint-Moi.
All right. And what do you do to prepare for that role? Can you relate to someone that laughs incessantly?
I don't know. I think just watching really funny videos online and just laughing, and it's really fun.
And what do you take from the experience? I asked some of your peers about their experiences being in some of these productions and what that does for you.
It's a huge responsibility because you do have to have your lines memorized and know your blocking and go to all your rehearsals, so it's a huge responsibility. And it's also a great place to make friends and show leadership.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm thrilled. We look forward to seeing you. And now I'm going to chat with Mrs. O for a minute. And I am so excited about these 2 plays coming to the barn. Let's talk a little bit about your role over at Sturgis and why we're here.
All right. Well, I do many things at Sturgis, but in this particular capacity, as well as being a theater teacher, is I run the after-school theater program, which produces 2 major productions a year. And as we did one here at the barn in the spring, the Laramie Project, I got inspired thinking about being in an art gallery and an art space and how much fun it would be to do plays about art and incorporate being in the space with the productions. Museum was a play I was familiar with already, but I hadn't thought of it in a long time, as well as Degas Saint-Moi. So as I was reading plays over the summer, those 2 really jumped out at me as being perfect sort of marriages between theater and theater being in an art space.
Right. Now give us a quick Reader's Digest version of the 2 plays.
All right. Well, Museum takes place in a short time period on the last day of a very unusual contemporary art exhibit. And it's sort of a slice of life of all of the people who come to the exhibit, what they think about art, who judges art, what artists mean to society. But it's done in a very sort of exaggerated and comic way. But it also, I think, really has a lot to say about who decides what makes something art.
Exactly.
And Degas Saint-Moi is about a very sort of average, non-extraordinary, unemployed guy in New York who wakes up one morning and decides that instead of going through his average day being himself, he's going to pretend to be Degas for the day. So he walks around New York City and encounters, he goes to the dry cleaner, he goes to the library, all the things he would normally do, but he imagines that he's doing it as Degas and that people are seeing him as this important French painter. And he talks about the light and the colors and art. So again, as well, sort of a funny view of what art means, but also something sort of poignant of how we feel important or not important, and what makes somebody famous and an artist.
Sure. And I'm sure from the kids going through the students, I mean, has it changed your view or given you a different perspective of really what art is?
It's really interesting because in museum program, we have these art pieces, but they're just blank sheets on a canvas, so it's really interesting. That's the comedic part about it. It's like we're talking about these paintings, but they're just blank. So basically, art can be anything that you picture it to be.
Very well said. I also think it would be fun, the little role-playing going out in the day, as you say, dégâts-moi, being someone else. That's very interesting to me.
And we've done it in an interesting way. I decided to, instead of using props and furniture pieces, to have the ensemble be everything in the play.
Really?
So they're the chairs and the tables and the doors, everything he encounters, the people in the space. So it's sort of become a kind of a zanier but fun and maybe more creative production of all of the ensemble creating everything that he encounters as he goes through his day.
Well, these plays are coming fast approaching.
Yes.
They're going to be here at the barn November 15th through the 17th.
Right.
And we will put up a slide as I'm chatting right now. It's up on the screen saying how to get that information, but they can also go right online to get that, get tickets. And can they come to Sturgis as well, or is the best way just online?
The best way is to do it online. That information is on the Sturgis East website, and also we can be emailed directly to reserve tickets.
Well, it's a fabulous, I'm thrilled that you're here. I was going to say it's a fabulous opportunity for the students, because I think the program itself, it talks about the kids have shared the benefits of being a part of that program, and that is powerful. So thank you so much for your time today. And again, we encourage everyone to come see the play. They're 2 one-act plays.
Yes.
It's about an hour. The kids have done everything from design the posters to getting the scenery together to obviously being in the show. So just a delight. And I thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah. And I'm Melissa Chartrand. I'm over here at the Hyannis Harbor Arts Center at the Geyer Barn. 2 students are joining me today from Sturgis. I have Brenna Joyce and Jackson Fryer. Thanks so much. We're on your lunchtime, so I appreciate your time coming over.
No problem.
Yeah. So we're at the barn for a specific reason, because coming up in a few weeks, you're going to be in part of 2 productions, Museum and Dégâts-moi. So tell me a little bit about yourself and your role with these productions.
Well, I've always been in the stage since freshman year, and I've really been into theater. And in the museum, I'm a museum curator, a little eccentric, and in Dégâts, I'm part of the ensemble. So, yeah.
I've also been part of stage since my freshman year at Sturgis, and in museum, I played the museum guard who was exasperated by all the crazy ongoings that happen, and in Dégâts-moi, I am also part of the ensemble.
All right. Well, how has you both have been involved in so long? Why is it important to you? I mean, what a fabulous program that they have over at Sturgis, and what do you get out of participating in the program?
Well, I guess it's just, I mean, it's an opportunity to act, number one, but it's also a very social event at Sturgis. I mean, I met Brenna at stage, and we're really good friends, and like all my friends pretty much come from stage, so it's like any sports team, it's like a group,
Yeah, and I also feel like I've gone through a lot of different styles by doing stage. There's been comedies, there's been dramas, there's been something like the Laramie Project where it's all these different monologues, and now we have something like Dégâts, which is not realistic. It's people like
almost absurdist.
Almost, it's people pretending to be horses or pretending to it's all so different, and I get so many different types of theater taught to me by hands-on. Yeah.
Do you hope to pursue theater? You both are seniors here. Do you hope to continue that as you move on?
Well, I know that I intend to pursue a BFA in acting in whatever college chooses to accept me. But yeah, so yes, I intend.
I'm not looking right now. I'm not going to do theater as a major, but I definitely want to continue doing it as like a club or a group thing during my time at college.
Wonderful. I think in addition to you pursuing your passion, it does so much for you as individuals. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I would say before stage, I was I didn't talk to anyone, and now you can't get me to shut up.
Yeah, in class he is. We definitely show when I can count the kids that I know that are in stage with me, and we're in class and the kids that are participating and the kids that are really
Exuberant and
yeah
lots of
animated
passion.
and happy to
I mean,
share.
the rest of Sturgis is very, very into education as well, but Sage is
It's
a
the
little
stage
more
kids that take
enthusiastic.
It to the next level.
Well, let me ask you one more question before you go, which is about the productions themselves. Of course, museum is a look at the art critics and the art world. What did you take from that? And as what is art, and do you believe in what the play is trying to show?
Well, like when the play itself, I wouldn't. Would you necessarily say it has a message?
Well,
that it's
it
trying to
definitely
across?
it's sort of a slice of life, sort of in a museum, but in an exaggerated way. Like the people you meet in a museum of modern art, which is often you either love it or you hate it. And so my character is someone that loves it and like knows all about like historic Dadaism and all this stuff. And then there's someone like Jackson's part who's a guard.
Just trying to keep everything contained, and it gets like really, really crazy. But like I would say like some characters like
there's eccentricity.
yeah, it's crazy. It's great.
It's really funny, and I think it just sort of not a satire, but just kind of like a poking fun at the art community in a way that's not entirely mean.
All the quirkiness.
Yeah.
All the quirkiness, which do indeed exist. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I'm real excited to come and see the play, and I wish you both much success.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
I'm Melissa Chartrand, wishing you an artful day.